We're just about to the starting line of the 2021 NFL season. We have a Week 1 AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. But here with me to talk about predictions for the entire season, Mike Cugno from CBS Miami. Good to see you, Mike. I want to ask you how the preseason is going for the Dolphins.
Well, they're looking good. As Tua Tagovailoa goes, so will this team, and you're starting to see those improvements he promised he'd make in the offseason. And right now they're coming to fruition. So if he stays on this track, it looks like the Dolphins could be in for another good season.
Now, I know the preseason is really just a snapshot of what we can expect from our favorite teams for the next few months. But if you could make a bold prediction, who do you think is going to be the division winner at the end of the year?
I think it's the Bills, but I don't think they're out far in front of the field as everyone else may think. I think the Dolphins are a very close second. But look, Buffalo last year, if you just take from the bye week to the playoffs, they started beating every opponent by double digits. And that's hard to do in the NFL. Usually NFL games are those one-score games come down the fourth quarter. But the Bills were handily beating people down the stretch. I think if Josh Allen continues to make even more improvements with that offense, with Stephon Diggs, and he keeps on progressing, I think the Bills are still the top dog in the AFC East. But I think the Dolphins are coming for them. They may push them for that top spot this year.
Are there any other storylines that you're watching from these teams this season?
Oh, so many. I look at the Patriots. They had a top 10 defense in terms of points per game allowed last year. And if their quarterback situation gets under control with Mac Jones or Cam Newton, whoever it is, they could be another wild card team. You look at the Jets, obviously Zach Wilson coming in there. If they can get things rolling with him, all of a sudden you're looking at a division that could have four really good quarterbacks for the next 10 years. So it's something to keep an eye on. I think the AFC East is definitely one of the more entertaining divisions to watch, maybe for the next decade.
And then, Mike, are there any other things that we should consider before these Week 1 AFC East matchups?
Yeah, I think you got to consider what the teams were deficient at last year. So, I mentioned the Patriots and them making a step at the quarterback position, whether it's Cam or Mac. They need their wide receivers to step up. Getting a guy like Nelson Aguilar in the mix certainly helps, certainly adds some depth there. But obviously, that's a position that's a weakness for the Bills. A running back, to give Josh Allen a little bit of help, that could go a long way. So although those teams seem to be heading in the right direction or are already there as far as the Bills are concerned as Super Bowl contenders, there are still little weak points that I would watch out for the season as the season progresses.
Should be an interesting year. Thank you so much for joining me today, Mike. And you can find even more division breakdowns linked in our online article. I'm Katie Johnston for CBS Local Sports.